Hey, I'm gonna show you how to make Instant Pot barbecue pulled pork sandwiches. I'm Ali Carr, and this episode of Serve It is gonna be juicy, tender, loaded with flavor, and the hard work of this meal, it's all on the Instant Pot. We're gonna top it with a delicious coleslaw made with homemade mayo. Yeah. For this recipe, we're using about 4 pounds of pork shoulder, 6 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, 1 cup of chicken stock, and your favorite barbecue sauce. Okay, so first up, we're cooking in a 3-quart Instant Pot. I'm gonna let about a tablespoon of oil get warm. We're gonna create our dry rub. Oregano, paprika, cumin, mustard, garlic, cayenne. We're gonna stir it up. We're gonna go ahead kind of toss our pork. Once we have our pork all covered, we just want to sear the outsides a little bit. It's really going to help pull out all the flavor. You're just going to give it about a minute each side. Once we're all set, we're going to go ahead and remove our pork. Now, that's what's left, all of our seasoning and oil. We're going to go ahead and deglaze that with a cup of chicken stock. I'm gonna give this a stir, really releasing kind of those brown bits on the pan. We're gonna add in about 3 tablespoons of vinegar. Stir our pork back in the pot. We're gonna cook this for 60 minutes on high. Once it reaches optimal pressure, it'll start cooking. Here you can see it's also reached its optimal pressure because the vent valve is fully raised. Okay, while our pulled pork is cooking in our Instant Pot, we're gonna work on our coleslaw. I'm gonna show you how to make a homemade mayo that takes 1 minute. Start with 1 egg, a cup of a light olive oil, teaspoon of Dijon mustard, tablespoon of lemon, salt and pepper to taste, mixing with an immersion blender. This one's cool because it actually comes with a tall jar. When I turn it on, I'm gonna leave the blender on at the bottom until I start seeing that more white mayo-like texture forming. Once we see that forming, now we're gonna raise it a little bit to incorporate the rest of the oil. It's so good. The timer for our pulled pork has gone off, but we're gonna let it sit here while the pressure releases naturally. In the meantime, let's go ahead and whip up our coleslaw. So you're gonna use about 12 to 14 ounces of coleslaw, but look, see how this is loaded with carrots and cabbage? It gives a really nice color. I'm gonna go ahead and mix up all my ingredients. A cup of our homemade mayo, tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, half a teaspoon of brown mustard, half a teaspoon of celery seed. The celery seed, the mustard seed, classic coleslaw. A little bit of salt and pepper to taste. Get this all mixed together. Go ahead and top our slaw. It still has so much color. Our Instant Pot is all done cooking. This is that pressure naturally releasing. See that pressure valve here? It's dropped all the way down. Let's pull this pulled pork out. Take a look at our pork. Okay, it's time to get shredded. No, the pork is gonna get shredded. Ooh, oh my gosh, it's already falling apart. You see this? This is just falling apart. Wow. Let's load up our pulled pork sandwich. We're gonna drizzle with our favorite barbecue sauce, a little coleslaw, a couple pickles. Now this is how I eat a barbecue pulled pork sandwich. Look at that. Incredible barbecue pulled pork sandwiches, all cooked inside of the Instant Pot. Tender, juicy, flavorful. This is so good. Thanks for watching this episode of Serve It. Cheers to you and your family. To shop for the items used in this recipe, go to QVC.com and search Serve It.